What's up, YouTube? If you're wondering what this Weather brand was, this was an Emerson. Yeah, you don't see Emerson's too much at thrift stores. Apparently, these are static keys because it looks different on one channel. The weather works. So I'm going for you.
At a stable
It's KFAB if you just heard me briefly turn off weather. There was a weather alert last night. There was some severe flash winds and my WL300 failed to go off somehow. But my WL100 went off. It showed me a little battery error. So why don't the WL300 is out of service? Like, it's turned off. Like, my band's turned off until we figure out what the problem. Until I figure out what the problem is with it. So right now, I need to put an out of order sign on it. I'm not unplugging it, but it's turned off. Don't do that to any other weather, so it is temporarily out of service. So also, I'm not doing a WT today because there might be some severe weather instead. And also, I'm not in the mood for it. And also, I only just have one weather available. If the W200 is working, then maybe I will use the weather. This is the wire strippers right here. This is how much it stripped. Look at that strip. Yeah, I think these are kind of dull at the same time. They work, but they're also kind of dull. I mean, it's just the wire gauge I use. But I recommend these for security systems. And actually, I recommend these for beginners, even though people say these are terrible, and like the professionals say, DIYers say these are bad for beginners, or bad wire strippers. Well, I kind of like these things, actually. They're great for beginners. And you can cut wires, like if you have too long wires, you can, too long of a wire, one of these holes you can use to cut the wires. I think these are bad for screws, but they work with me. I don't know what these holes are meant. Very up here. Very meant for shepherd's hooks. I made this hole right here. But these are very nice wire strippers, I tell you. In my opinion. They're great for beginners. Like, I'm a beginner DIYer now. Once you get wire strippers, you can say I'm a DIYer. Yep. Man, I might be doing electrical work with my dad. My dad has crappy wire strippers. They're not even wire strippers. I think they're wire cutters. But they work as wire strippers, but they're very crappy. They do a crap job. But these are better wire strippers. Like, look at the... Actually, even though these are kind of crappy too, actually I prefer these over my dad's wire strippers. They're way rusty. Even though these are kind of rusty too, but his is worse for wear. His needs to be replaced, but I don't know what the brand is. I would assume it's a Klein. I'll make it a Klein, but at the same time it could be a generic. Because these are pretty flimsy, but they are still good flimsy. They still work, they do the job for beginners. I recommend these for beginners. I don't recommend them for pro DIYers, but these might recommend them for like your first wire strippers. And have them for like at least a good, I'll say, as long as you want to keep them. Until they feel like they're not doing their job right, you can keep that long and then move on. I feel like getting on Mac wire strippers, but I asked my grandma for on Mac wire strippers, but I don't know if she will get those or not. If she does, that'd be cool. So the W300 is out of service until we figure out I figure out what's going on with it. I'm gonna even look at its alerts menu. Like, I feel like some alerts could be disabled. If it is actually a problem internally, it's going permanently out of service. Also, I will have it on, like, just by itself on at night, like, on and everything. If it doesn't wake me up, I have the W100 with me on voice just in case this fails to go off again. Yeah, it's out of order. Right now it's just gonna be off. I'm gonna figure out through glitches and stuff in the bug. If it is a problem with something internal, then it's permanently out of service. Oh, it's the county. It's on all counties, obviously. I like Mineral. Nothing works on it other than even the Bind Beeps still work. This is the last one it received, and this is not accurate. But it never failed on me before. It never has. And not for all county, all the counties. This one I was surprised that I even went off. Like, I don't know why it showed me a little battery here. I think those batteries might need to be replaced. But the tuner still works. Good news. But bad news was this thing. This thing might go out of service, and I would do a ceremonial retirement for it because of its failures. Or maybe I might just put it out of service out of its misery. Or maybe reset it. I'm okay fixing it. If it's failing like this, I'm okay. This is the exception. I will lose it. Its electric will go away, unfortunately, for this, but it's the only way to fix it. Reset the whole thing. Yeah, I might reset the whole thing just to figure out what's going on internally. Like, what the heck? Why is it failing? And, like, it might need to be resetted or something. Or is something, did I do something in the menu? Did programming glitch on it? If it's weird internal thing, like something internally is wrong with it, like the computer chip for the alert function, like give you alerts, is fried or broken, then this thing's going permanently out of service. But the tuner is still good, but I think it's also going bad too at the same time on this, going out on this. And that's the problem, the tuner.
Severe weather will be possible at times, with a threat of flooding.
Maybe the tuner is going out. Maybe that's a sign that the tuner is going out. Maybe that's a warning sign that the tuner is actually going bad. I don't know. But the Cellular 300, right now it's temporarily out of service. Right now it's going to be still powered on, but it's going to be turned off. It still has a good tuner, but it doesn't really work the greatest. When I was like doing some alerts, it has to be temporarily out of service. Matter of fact, I will put some duct tape over it. Or if I can find some duct tape. I know I had some because I put some over the carbon monoxide alarm. But there it is. Over its screen, so nobody can see it fail. Jump over its lights. How about that? Don't do this to any weather radio in real life. It's blocking a snooze button, but it's okay. You still can push the snooze button. See, the lights are covered, indicating that the weather radio is out of service. We're investigating it. I'm investigating this thing. Since I'm doing investigation, I had to turn it off last night. Because I was like, yeah, this thing's failing. I don't know what is going on. Like, it never failed on me before. Really, it never had. It was off for every alert since day one. Yeah, maybe since day one, since the first weekly test I ever got. I believe it was day one, actually. I believe it was a Wednesday when I got this little thing. This way, radio. Hope it serves me well. It's actually reminds me of a White Westinghouse, the I used to have. Kind of to remind resemblance. I used to have an Emerson White Wave, in fact. It was one of those. I don't know the model of it, but it looks like an alert works, but it has 2000 at the end of it. I think it's CK2000. But I found out I think this is a Paul Free, so considering the same fifth I found my first weather radio. And it looks like an alert works weather radio. Unfortunately, it had a bad screen and then it did the same thing as the 3200, failed to go off. It went off to some alerts and then gave me an unrecognized message error. And then the lights kept flickering on it randomly. I think that means it's just a signal problem. But really, this thing, it's a nice weather radio. This weather radio is pretty nice, actually. I do like it. And it was also a Sony weather radio at that same crystal. Fun fact, the crystal used to be a skating rink way back in the day. My mom and my aunt really got me this weather radio with the carbon monoxide on and the wire strippers. She was super nice. And she was okay with me getting this weather radio. She was okay getting this weather radio. Carbon monoxide on costs 99 cents. The wire strippers cost $1.99. Just costs $4.99, and she got a discount because she used cash. Yeah. She's very nice, and so I'm gonna get a little religious here. Warning. She's my godmother. Yep, seriously, she is. My Aunt Janelle is my godmother. And I love her. She's also subscribed to my channel, by the way. Shout out to her, by the way. My godmother, Aunt Janelle. My godfather is my dad's friend Brendan, if you're wondering. Shout out to him. Shout out to Mr. B. I got Mr. B. Not Mr. Beast. Nope. Not that type of Mr. B. My dad's friend Mr. B. He calls him Mr. B. Yep. Not Mr. Beast. I know people might say Mr. Beast is Mr. B also, but don't. And also shout out to Mr. Beast. Might as well give him a shout out just because everyone would criticize me if I don't give him a shout out. But I don't like his channel that much. It's weird. Sorry guys if I offended a bunch of people. Also, he's kind of weird. But I suppose that he survived being buried for a long time. He might have broken a world record, but don't recommend doing that, guys, at home. And these came with batteries that surprisingly were still alive, and I know why they were just dusty batteries. They were not dead batteries, and apparently the battery component had something, hopefully it was not asbestos, something like hard and powdery. Hopefully it wasn't asbestos inside of it. I doubt it was asbestos. I think it was one of those pads that keeps it. It's like decaying on it. It was kind of gross. It had a smell. So I doubt it's asbestos. Hopefully it's not asbestos in this thing. But it's old. I can tell it's old. This is the model number RP6247. It's made by Emerson. This is my second Emerson rubber I ever had, believe it or not. I used to have another one, and it's a shame that one, I had to get rid of that one. I liked it. It had a cool alert tone. It sounded like a little telephone for its warning tone. Yeah, this is Emerson. Emerson weatherwares, in my opinion, are one of the coolest weatherwares, in my opinion. They're like the VIP of weather radios. Although it looks Emerson, W100 version 2s and 1s in black and silvers. Especially the version 2 black and silvers. W120s. Just W120s. W120 DSPs. W120 DZs, might as well throw both of them in. They're both version 1 and 2, believe it or not, there's two different types. And W300s are the celebrities. 300 has to be not version 5. This is the deluxe version, which has no text on the bottom of it. It looks like a version 8, but it doesn't have text. But it doesn't have the same button beeps as the version 8. The version 8 has 74210 button. 74200 button beeps. I used to have one of those back, but I sadly took it apart, which I regret doing that. Same with my alert works, I took that one apart. Used to have alert works also. Also, we used to have a WearCheck 12261. Unfortunately, its tuner was bad. It worked. Had a statement light, which that's very rare for those to die probably, and also the statement lights ones are very rare. And it did work, like it had wideband, but the tune was very quiet. Very quiet web radio. But yeah, this Emerson web radio is very nice. I like it. I do like it a lot. Also like how clicky this button is. It's satisfying. But sometimes it's a little, I think the screen in there is going bad because of age. It's aging. I can tell you, when is this made? Like, what year was this made? Made in China, I knew that. But this is the model number, the real model number. RP6247S. That's the real model number. However, the model numbers up here doesn't have an S, huh? It's 162.500. 550, I might say 550 megahertz. The wideband, that's why it's a little staticky, but it works. But look at what year this is made. What are you looking at? I might need to look it up. But it's a really nice radio. And the Sony web radio, I could have gotten it, but I don't really like Sony web radios after all. I had two. I only have one anyways. It looks pretty cool. I had two, but one of them is going away because it's bad. Has a broken antenna and everything. But this one's better. But I probably should have gotten the Sony because this one is a little staticky, but it works. Anyways, that's it. I'm just gonna push the red button because I can't send an alert tone, so. Anyways, that's it for real this time.